So then, thinking about the not very glittery but equally important boardroom, you know a lot about influence with impact. And I know from my discussions with people in the boardroom, it is one of the common themes about influence. Influencing your co-directors, influencing management, influencing the chair, influencing key stakeholders. It is everywhere, this concept of influence. What are the keys to influence?
Well, the key to influence is really understanding who your audience is. Influence is just good communication on steroids, really. So it's the basic principles of good communication. And rule number one, always, always, always is to know your audience. Who's in the room? Who are they in relation to you? Who do they care about? What do they care about? Why is this topic important to them? If you don't know why it's important to them, chances are it may not be important to them. And then no matter, how compelling you are or what evidence you have or what your business case is, if you don't know why it's important to them, then you don't give them a frame for listening. So rule number one is know your audience. That has to be it.
So for people who are, let's say, trying to influence their colleagues in the boardroom, in fact, it doesn't even need to be the colleagues. It could be the chair. It could be other stakeholders. How do people find that out without saying to that group or that person, I need to know more about you so I can influence you? How do people find that out?
Well, one of the cool things about the topic we're talking about now is that we're dealing with a group of people who have to cultivate informal influence because they don't have positional power. You and I are colleagues, we're peers on this board. You're not my boss. Sure, there's a chair and all that sort of stuff, and there are sort of some boundaries around that. But for the most part, it's informal influence is what we're dealing with. So we joke and say, without being able to say, what's important to you? How do I influence you? You can actually say that.